Be honest. Are you still tossing vague requests into the chat window, crossing your fingers for decent results only to get bland, generic mush? Are you feeling like a passenger on a runway train instead of the engineer? I see it all the time. That frustration, that sense that there's immense power locked away just beyond your reach. That ends today. I'm Dr. Lucas Root. For nearly a decade now, since the days of wrestling with early, clunky but visionary tools like Jarvis back in 2016, I've been obsessed with bridging the gap between AI potential and real-world results. As a fractional COO, as a coach to founders, creators, and solopreneurs across the Bay Area and beyond, I've seen what works and what falls flat. Forget hacks and tricks. This is about becoming a prompting architect. It's about learning the principles and the process to deliberately design your AI interactions, to command this technology with intention and skill. Today, we're not just talking, we're building. I'm going to tear this apart step by step. I'm going to give you the blueprints and the tools to conduct truly powerful outcomes with ChatGPT in 2025. Ready to stop guessing and start architecting? Let's forge. Okay, first things first. Like any solid structure, it starts with a foundation. If your initial prompts are weak, everything that you build on top wobbles. If you read my book, remember that Denver keynote prep disaster that I mentioned in the book? It was 1:17 a.m. There was chaos. I dumped an enormous amount of stuff into the prompt. That sleepless night, it taught me the hard way. You cannot overload the machine and expect clarity. Well, I suppose you can, but you won't get it.
The first foundational principle, chunk complexity. Avoid massive, multi-part requests. Instead, break down your goal into logical, sequential steps. Feed the AI one manageable piece at a time. Review the output, then proceed to the next step. This allows the AI to focus and dramatically improves accuracy.
Makes sense, right? You build brick by brick. The second foundation stone is giving ChatGPT a job. Don't just ask. Assign. This is prompt anatomy.
A powerful prompt specifies these key elements. Role. Tell the AI who to be. Act as a seasoned financial analyst. Be a skeptical customer. Context audience. Who is the output for? Advising a tech startup founder. Explaining to a non-technical audience. Task. The specific single objective. Analyze this dataset. Draft 3 email subject lines. Format, how should it look? Present as a markdown table. Output as a JSON object. Constraints, set boundaries. Keep it under 200 words, avoid jargon. Focus on benefits, not features.
See the difference? When you provide the full blueprint, the AI understands what you actually envision. There's no more guesswork. All right, quick question for you. What's your biggest friction point right now? Are you just getting started? Are you trying to get the tone right? Let me know in the comments below. Mastering this foundation, it has to be completely non-negotiable. So, the foundation is poured. Now, let's customize the workspace. How do you make ChatGPT feel less like a generic search engine and more like your personalized copilot? One that understands your context. Okay, so there's two critical dials here. First is custom instructions. I saw this make a huge difference in a writing sprint that I ran. The folks who took 10 minutes to set this up, their drafts needed half the revisions. It's that powerful.
In the first box, tell it about you, your role industry, typical audience, communication style, core projects. In the second box, define response rules, preferred tone, formatting requirements, content constraints.
So you set this up once, you enable it for new chats, and boom, less repeating yourself, more relevant answers from the jump. It is a massive time saver. The second dial, equally crucial, is memory management. Don't let the AI's memory become a liability. That boardroom near miss that I had, back in a boardroom, I was in the middle of a presentation. I had an autocomplete scare. This taught me to be proactive about memory hygiene. Memory hygiene is absolutely essential. Treat it like maintaining your email inbox. A quick prune once a month, it keeps things clean and relevant. It's not just about settings, it's about maintaining control, but more importantly, trust. Speaking of control, let's activate the heavy machinery. Okay, so we have this foundation that's solid. Your cockpit is now personalized. Now, we're going to flip the breakers on the real power tools that are built into ChatGPT. This is where we move away beyond basic Q&A. When you combine these. Again, for those of you who read my book, you remember that Austin accelerator story? It was 5 a.m., there was an EPA regulation presentation that we had to do. We needed live policy info, which required live access to the internet and browsing. We needed analysis of a very specific file, so I had to be able to file upload. We had to do cost calculation, which required data analysis. Using them together turned a potential crisis into, honestly, a really powerful strategic advantage in under an hour. And for those longer writing or coding projects, Canvas mode is your integrated forge. There was this time I was in the process of writing a newsletter. In order for me to be able to put it together, I had to be able to use the tool in a way that allowed me to edit and ChatGPT to edit at exactly the same time. And the only way to do that in this tool is with Canvas. It puts the chat AI right next to your document. Stop juggling apps. Activate the full workshop. Combine browse, data analysis, files, Canvas, put them all together to tackle complex tasks efficiently. It's time to move from simple requests to sophisticated project execution. Now, I'm going to pause just for a brief moment. If you are enjoying this, please take a look at the links below. I've got 2 links in here. One's going to take you to my very newly released prompt book. It's absolutely incredible. It's called The Forge and the Flow. You've heard me referring to the Forge and the Flow throughout this presentation. It will help you understand building prompts, using prompts, the way that the world works and your mind works from a prompt perspective. And the second link, if you love learning how to use these tools and you want to go from novice to absolute master, in just a couple of weeks, pop on over to the second one. It's a course that I've put together with some of the best AI experts on the planet, people that are making money from AI right now, writers, developers, people in the back end, high-end consultants like myself. We've put together an amazing course that allows you to activate your skills and up-level yourself through this course. Enjoying the masterclass? Hit like. All right, so quick pause. We've laid the foundation, we've personalized the tool, and we've fired up the power workshop. And you're seeing the architectural pieces come together. If this is clicking for you, hit that like button. It genuinely helps. And drop a comment. What's your biggest aha moment for you so far? Now, knowing what tools to use is one thing. The next level, refining how you use them. Sharpening your own skill as the architect. Let's dive into mastery habits. Mastery isn't a destination. It's a discipline. It's about building habits that ensure your skills constantly improve. It's one of the reasons why I write 2 or 3 books every year and I have my entire life as an adult. How do we do that with prompting? First, the game changer that I saw in Palo Alto coffee shop was meta prompting. Ask the AI to critique you. Seriously, try this. I use it all the time. It's like having a free, infinitely patient prompt coach. Second mastery habit. Stop reinventing your best work. Build your prompt playbook. Remember the ferry story that I told in my book? Again, for those of you who read it, I was in Maine. There was an internet outage. My Notion playbook was offline. But because of the fact that I had activated work offline mode in Notion, I actually was able to continue working, and I needed to be able to use that time effectively. This wasn't luck. It was preparation, and you can do the same thing. Look, this isn't just storage. It's institutionalizing your wins. You want to level that up one level further? Drop me the right comment. Let me know prompting in the comments, and I will drop you something really special. This saves an incredible amount of time and mental energy on the tasks that you're going to be doing repeatedly. Your playbook becomes your strategic advantage. These 2 habits, seeking feedback, meta prompting, asking the AI to critique your work, and codifying your success, grabbing the things that you did, pulling them out, dropping them into a Notion or Evernote or whatever workbook you're using. These are fundamental for moving from genuinely competent user to a true prompting master. All right, we're ready. Let's talk about the engine under the hood. This is where many users leave a massive performance gain completely on the table by not strategically choosing the right AI model for the task. There was this double pitch I had to do on Sand Hill Road down in the South Bay. I had to switch from Silvio over to O3 to gain technical accuracy. I needed to launch into GPT 4.5. Thankfully, it was already launched for premium users in order to be able to build that narrative flow into the way that I was pitching. And I had to do this effectively in real time. From the forge analogy, choosing the right alloy was the key. The core strategy, match the model to the mission. Don't just default. Think, what does this task primarily require? And look, don't be afraid to hop swap mid-task. Start your creative drafting in 4.5 and then maybe switch over to O3 or O4 Mini because you need that rigorous logical review of your content. Then maybe you pop back to 4.5 or 4.0 to polish the language up. The chat context carries over. You can use each model's superpower strategically. Okay, so quick question, which model are you defaulting to most of the time right now? And second question, internal meta prompt. Are you using the model that's the best fit for all of your tasks? Just give it a thought. Drop something in the comments. Quick pause again. Just a quick reminder, check out the links in the description. I've dropped some really, really powerful stuff in my prompting book. And the training course, you think this video is powerful? Imagine getting 10 hours of me and highly tuned AI on the back end to serve all of your needs and some of the best industry experts alongside me, putting together a course that's going to serve you. We've built the foundation. We've personalized the setup. We've activated the tools. We've sharpened our skills. We've learned how to choose the right engine. And now, the final step. You are now the conductor, and we are going to conduct the orchestra. This is about integrating all of the multiple capabilities into a sophisticated workflow that tackles high-value challenges. Remember that Oakland Art Forge story? Look, it was midnight sculpture. We built it using GPT. We had to run a plagiarism check. We had to do image generation. There needed to be some very, very sophisticated deep research. We had to work with the AI tool to build the right prompt to be able to run the deep research, and then work with the AI tool to be able to check the deep research. It wasn't just one tool. The way we did it was a system orchestrated by intent. Okay, so now a critical piece of conducting ethically. Ensure originality the right way. See, AI can inadvertently echo its training data. And this is your final product. This is your work. This is your presentation to the public. Do not risk your reputation. All right, now let's bring it all together. Use ChatGPT as your personal assistant. Combine its planning, its logic, its memory, its tools, and your clear prompt to manage your schedules, draft communications, outline projects, essentially to offload cognitive overhead. This final stage is about moving from using AI for discrete tasks to integrating it as a strategic partner in your daily operations. So there you have it. The journey from passenger to prompting architect. We started with the frustration of vague prompts. We laid a solid foundation using prompt chunking and prompt anatomy. We personalized our setup by putting in the personalized instructions and building and managing the memory inside the tool. We activated those power tools: browse, analyze, upload, canvas. And then we honed our craft using meta prompting and the prompt playbook. And we learned to select the right, what I like to call model alloy. And finally, we explored how to conduct the orchestra for complex workflows. It's about using the machine to amplify your human capabilities, your strategy, your creativity, your expertise. The principles we've covered: clarity, context, structure, iteration, strategic selection, ethical use, these are timeless. And again, I know it sounds like a lot, but look, inside the tool, these specific buttons that we talked about, they might change next month. But your architect's mindset is what's going to endure and set you up for success no matter the changes that come down the pike on your tools. Again, quick pause, hop into the links. Amazing tools. The book, I strongly recommend it. I wrote it myself. The training course, I strongly recommend it. I orchestrated and architected it myself. I chose the experts that are absolutely top of the line. Pop into those links. So, the blueprints are yours now. All the tools are ready. The real question is, what will you build? What problem will you solve? What process will you streamline? Let me know in the comments. What's the first architectural principle that we went over today that you're going to consciously apply after you've watched this? I genuinely want to hear about it. And if you found value here, please hit the like and the subscribe. I'm going to have more deep dives. AI strategy is my game. And if you want all the detailed blueprints, examples, advanced nuance, jump over into my book. It's on Amazon. The link is right here in the description. Stop letting the tool dictate the terms. Become the architect. Design your interactions. Command the technology. Build outcomes that matter. This forge is yours. Go create something remarkable.